Look at this. Now, guys, this is what you can say, oh God, this might be insanity right there. Look at the swing from 85 to 90 and back. From 85 to 90 and back. You got 500 pips each way. That is if we do not know what the market is doing. But if you put the big picture on, there is one of your structural points, which is the 89.98. So just doing this, going above that, if it fails and it comes back, you would have bought it above the 88, which is the original structural point or our buy signal. It should travel to the next structural point, which is the 89, so you have at least, or the 90, you have at least a couple of hundred pips. Failing below the 89, now you're going to reverse. And right now we close the week at the 89.37, 38. And we are, if you will, if you look at these highs, this is 89.30, 89.32. So this close, even though we have a sell signal on the Swiss yen, and the reason we might have something like that as a sell signal on the Swiss yen is that both currencies are beginning to show weakness. We have the weakness that is already in the yen, and now we also have the weakness that, which is the extended move of the 52-year high in the Swiss, and that might be a possible time for either profit taking or intervention. Either way, we don't care, but again, that makes this, interprets this picture into makes sense why we are having this picture. Therefore, at 89.37, if I'm trading those two basically weakening currencies, I will be looking to buy the Swiss and sell the yen as long as it is trading above 89.30. So this means I have 8 pips before I can trigger a short on the Swiss yen. And right now, if I'm going to do anything, even with this kind of insanity, I'm going to err on buying the Swiss yen. I'm going to look here into the intraday to identify a buying point. And of course, you can see on the chart, now when we looked at the daily chart, it looked like absolute insanity. Now you go to the intraday, and you can see a well-defined trend to the upside, which exactly confirms what I was telling you, that I would rather be buying the Swiss rather than selling it. That is that, looking at the intraday, now you see that that is the direction of the trade. So we'll be looking at buying the Swiss yen rather than selling it. So we will buy it right above, again, either guys, you buy it above the market side, or the ones or attending today, you can buy it, let's say, above the 90 handle. You want to take it above this, the higher the range, which is 90.10. So we are going to buy above 90.10, and unfortunately you're going to use a big stop. So your stop is going to be here. That's your long stop. And the reason is because of the volatility, and this is the structure. We don't use money stops, we use technical stops, because again, each day the market is different, the volatility is different, the swings are different. So we choose our stops based upon the structure of the market. And if the risk is too high or the stop is too big, then you can say, I'm not going to trade this pair. But if you put a tight stop, it's not going to be beneficial. Now, where will I short it? That is easy. We have our selling point. We can start selling it at the 89.30. Look at this, the 89.30. This is our selling point. And if you can see right there, there is your 89.30. So this is the moment when the chart comes together and you begin to see everything clearly. Now you look at the big numbers and you put them together on the short-term chart and you see everything lines up together and it makes sense. So we will be shorting it below the 89.30. I'm going to make it 89.10 for you here just to be on the safe side. It doesn't particularly matter. And you're going to put your stop above the 89.50. So this is the Swiss yen. We're going to buy above 90.20, maybe 90.10, and we're going to place our stop below 89.20 because we have our selling point here 89.30. I'm just going to give it 10 pips below it. And if we are going to go short, we're going to go short below the 89.10, and if I go short below the 89.10, I'm placing my stop above the 89.50, and my structural long in this case is going to be the 89.90, the 89.98. That is going to be my structural long. My structural short in this case is the 89.30 anyway, so we're going to leave the structural short point as the 89.30. Okay, that is the Aussie yen. Sorry, the Swiss yen. We're buying above 90.10, and if we do this, basically we're buying. I don't want to confuse the issue because I want to let you follow the rules. So I'm going to make it the same as the structure point, that you just give it. There's something. Yeah, that's exactly right. So we're going to buy above 89, above the structure point, 89.98, and if we do, we're going to place our stop below 89.30, and if we are, and it is my structural long point is my buying point, so we should get an explosive move to the upside. My short point is the 89.10, and my stop is the 89.50, and my structural short is still the 89.30. You can do that the same by this. So at least everything is the same, I'm keeping the rules constant so there is no interpretation. Okay, this is the Aussie Swiss. Alright, let me save that.